affordable products to consumers around the world. So next.
Okay, thank you, Nurul. So next, my name is Azim Shahid. I'll be presenting the effects of the merger of Kraft and Heinz. So when the two companies merged in 2017, 51% of the stake in the newly formed company goes to Heinz shareholders, while the remaining 49% remainder goes to the Kraft company shareholders. And the chairmanship of the new company is even now currently being held by the previous chairman of the singular entity of Heinz, Alex Bering. And then next will be the CEO of Heinz, Bernardo Hees, retain his title as the two companies merge into a single firm, meaning even the CEO of Kraft and Heinz, the merged company, is still Bernardo Hees. And the vice chairmanship position was given to Kraft's then current chairman, meaning Kraft's previous chairman and CEO, John Cahill. He is now the vice chairman of the newly merged Kraft and Heinz. So that's all for the effects of the merger. Thank you, madam. So the first and foremost, I will present according to the rubrics because I feel like that would be easier. So the first thing, merge and center. I did everything here. Merge and center, wrap text, and color the cell. And I did that for all the titles here, here, here. And as for the formulas, I did quite a few for this one. Until 1990, I did the plus 10 formula, as you can see here. A2 plus A10, so 1980 until 1990. And then I did 1994, and then I saw that every year after that is only plus 2 years from the article. So I did 1994 from here plus 2, and then I just copied and paste for every other year. And then for this one, I did the sum B2, this one until B12. So that's for the first chart. And then we have table 2, which is the iPod index. And this one I copied and paste from the article. And then the total iPod index, I also did the same thing, which is sum B16 until B71. Okay, B26, sorry. And then for this one is quite interesting. I did the if function, which starting from this one, I did if the number is more than 150, then it can be considered expensive for the iPod price for that particular country. So as you can see here, 3 countries are selling iPods for cheap. US, Japan, and Canada, because they are selling below $150. And as you can see to the right here, we have the bar graph for the iPod index. And you needed the title, which is here, the column chart, the data label here, and the legend, which is here, iPod index. And then I did pretty much the same thing for the price of capital management machinery relative to domestic consumption. But I only did for the first world countries. I didn't do the third world countries because that will seem tedious. I did this all. I copied and paste from the. I didn't paste. I just copied by hand from the article, and then this I did the total for D32. I did the sum for this until this, and then I just copied until the end, until Luxembourg. And then for the median, I did the sum of all these from B32 until B54. I did the sum, and then as you can see from the formula there, I divided by 23 because there are 23 entries here. So to get the median, it's just an average per se. So the average for the capital investment is 112%. For the machinery, average is 121% for the median. And for the total median is 233%. And then for this one, I did another if function, which is if the total is higher than 200%, then it will be considered as high investment. If it's lower than 200, then it's low investment. As you can see, there's a few lows here because the total investment from those countries are below 200%. Okay, that's all. And for the bar graph here, I also did the same thing as above. Title, data label, legend, and the chart from this particular one. Okay, as you can see, the formula there is quite confusing, but don't mind that. And I think that's all for the Excel presentation. According to the rubric, I did almost everything. I think I left out only one pie chart because I couldn't find any pie chart possibilities. So I replaced that with 2 bar graphs instead. So hopefully that will be acceptable, madam. And okay, that's all from us, I think. So everyone, can you all like say thank you, madam, something?
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
I will pass to Azim to explain further.
Okay, so the first thing I will present will be the causes of animal abuse. So some who are cruel to animals copy acts they have seen or that have been done to them in real life. Others see harming an animal as a safe way to get revenge against or threaten someone who cares about that animal. Another cause might be because the abuser could have been abused themselves during their younger days by their own family in their own homes. So the abuse towards the animals is a way for them to relieve themselves of their pent-up anger in the form of abuse towards an innocent animal. So that's all for cause. Next will be effects by Johnson.
Sebab aku plan nak start dengan Danish, tak apalah, start dengan Ali lah. So, Assalamualaikum to my employees. As you know, my name is Azim Shahir. I am the CEO of Sephora Cosmetic. As for the agenda of the current meeting, as you know from our previous meeting, we have successfully opened a new branch in Johor Bahru. So a round of applause to each and every one of you for making our opening successful. The agenda for today's meeting is I would like to know for any suggestions or reports from any or maybe every one of you. So I would like to start with Ali Haziq for the Department of Finance. Anything you would like to say as for our opening?
Alright, thank you, Mr. Azim Shahir. As you